Detroit, Michigan, it gets a bad rap. I don't know what it is about it. People just talk a lot of bad stuff about it.
You're sad that people are mean.
Made a video about why you should buy a house in Detroit, and I got a lot of positive comments, but I got a lot of negative comments too. People called me an idiot. One guy said, all prices are cheap on sinking ships, which doesn't make any sense to me. Is that a real thing? People say that? Like, things are cheap on sinking ships? Like, people sell things when the ship's sinking? Doesn't make any sense. But can I let you in on a little secret about Detroit? Detroit isn't what you think it is if you're from out of town. Despite what you may have heard, Detroit has some of the most beautiful neighborhoods in the entire state. It's not just all like post-apocalyptic, boarded up buildings and homes. I know that's what the media likes to show you, but that's not what it's like everywhere. There are some amazing neighborhoods. And in this video, we're gonna talk about the most expensive of all the neighborhoods in Detroit, where they're at, and how much it's gonna cost for you to live there. Ready, set, let's go. If you're new here, my name's Paul and I'll be your tour guide on this magical journey through the neighborhoods of Detroit, Michigan. So if you see one that you'd like to live in, let me know, because I'm also a full-time real estate agent, and if you like content like this, you should subscribe to this channel, because there's a good chance I'm going to cover some stuff that you're interested in. Alright, so the first stop on our list is Boston Edison. So Boston Edison is a neighborhood of about 900 homes located in the geographical center of the city of Detroit. It's in the center, like a bullseye. Boston Edison. So this neighborhood is known for their big estate-style homes that were built in primarily the 19th century. Like late 19th century, not the beginning, like late. Boston Edison was actually home to a number of famous people, including Aretha Franklin and a guy named Henry Ford. Henry Ford had a home here in Boston Edison. Like the first Henry Ford, not like the fifth. Now living in Boston Edison is like stepping back in time. The homes are big and beautiful, the neighbors are friendly, it's like old-timey land.
Sounds kind of boring.
There's even a local history museum there that highlights the neighborhood's past. If you're looking for a unique place to live, Boston Edison is definitely worth considering. Now, if you do want to live here in Boston Edison, expect to pay about $200,000 to $600,000 to live here. See, it's not cheap to live in Boston Edison. The most expensive sale in Boston Edison over the past year was a 7-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 5,600 square foot Dutch colonial that went for $640,000. See, not cheap at all. 640. I mean, unless you're like a multi-millionaire, then that's chump change. Next up on our list is ARDEN Park. So if you look at Boston Edison on a map, it's like a long hot dog shaped neighborhood, and at the edge of that hot dog on the far east side is the ARDEN Park neighborhood. It's smaller, much smaller. There's only about 92 homes in this neighborhood, but they're bigger and they're fancier. And bigger lots too. The ARDEN Park neighborhood was platted in 1892, but most of the homes weren't actually built until the late 20th century, so homes are newer here. So it's old, but like not as old as some of these other neighborhoods. Famous past residents of ARDEN Park were Frederick Fisher from Fisher Auto Body, John Dodge from Dodge Motor Company, and retail pioneers J.L. Hudson from Hudson's and Stanley Kresge Jr. of Kmart fame.
Who are these people?
They all lived in that community. Now, if you would like to live in ARDEN Park, expect to pay $500,000 and up. The most expensive sale in ARDEN Park this past year was a 9,200 square foot Italian Renaissance mansion built in 1914, and it just sold for $1.1 million. $1.1 million in Detroit. That's not even the most expensive house on our list. All right, next stop in this neighborhood tour is Indian Village. Now this neighborhood is on the other side of the city. Many of the houses in this neighborhood were designed by famous architects like Albert Kahn, Louis Camper, and William B. Stratton. Stratton or Stranton? I think it's Stratton. It's Stratton. Stratton.
Stop saying that word.
Now, Indian Village reminds me of the neighborhood in Home Alone. Have you ever seen Home Alone? I think pretty much everyone has.
Kevin!
In fact, the house at 1470 Iroquois Street is an 8-bed, 6-bath, 6,300 square foot colonial that just sold for $1.3 million and could be a stunt double for Kevin McAllister's house in Home Alone. Looks just like it. I'd live there, for sure. The biggest homes in Indian Village are 12 to 15,000 square feet. Can you imagine living in a neighborhood where all the homes are big like that? Like, that's really big. If you would like to live in Indian Village, expect to pay about $450,000 and up. But if you have a bigger budget, the historic 14,000 square foot Book Mansion is currently for sale for a whopping $3.5 million. Maybe by the time you watch this, maybe it's sold, but right now you could go and buy it. That house was actually modeled after Marie Antoinette's palace. Crazy, right? It's a house, but it's modeled after a palace. All right, next stop on our list is Palmer Woods. Now this is another historic neighborhood in Detroit, and it's known for its elm-lined street with super large brick and stone homes. Most of them are like in the Tudor Revival architecture.
What did he just say?
Now the homes in Palmer Woods are some of the biggest and nicest in the city of Detroit. The lowest home sale price in Palmer Woods over the past year was just shy of $500,000. Not cheap, right? Sinking ships. It's not cheap to live there. And the most expensive sale in Palmer Woods over this past year was actually the highest sale in Detroit history. It was $4.9 million. That's just that's crazy money. I mean, if you can afford it, do it.
All right, I'll pay cash.
So that house was the historic Fisher Mansion, and it was a 15-bedroom, 11 bathrooms, and over 15,000 square feet. That's a big house. What are you gonna do with all that room?
I need privacy.
So what do you think? Would you move to one of these neighborhoods? If so, let me know. Again, I can help. And if not, let me know why in the comments below. And if you'd like to move to a neighborhood maybe just shy of Detroit, just right outside of Detroit, I made a video about some of the best places to live near Detroit. You can check it out here, and I'll see you there.